Hello. Welcome back to the Spiritual Sisters. I am Rochelle. I am today going to be reading for Aries for July. We haven't done these readings for quite some time, but here we are. Liz and I are going to be back doing monthly readings for all of the star signs, but we're both going to be doing 12 different signs each. Okay. So Aries, before I got on this call, I was feeling really tired and like, oh my God, I can't get on. And it went on for a good, probably 15 minutes prior to starting to pull your cards. And I'm like, what is going on? And already I'd made a decision prior to that I was going to start with Aries. So I feel like this is a message for you, Aries. It's around being really exhausted and really tired. And sort of, I feel like you're a little bit over a lot of things right now, especially with your money, stability, and career. That's what I'm sensing really strongly. So it's like you're going through this stage in your mind first, because obviously things start with our head first, that you really had to think about a lot of things and what you're wanting to do and where you're wanting to go with your career or your purpose and so forth. And the cards are exactly that. And that was before I even started. But like I said, I'm very tired, but I feel like you're tired because you're over the thinking, all the stuff in the head. Like there's just been so much that you've really had to work on in your thoughts, where it's like, fuck, I just want to get out of my head and make a decision. And you being an Aries are really good in making decisions. They're fast in making decisions. And I feel like this has been a big decision. Now, I feel like this is going to come to a head in July. Like it's like time. It really is. And I've chosen from 3 different decks, and literally each deck is sort of saying the same thing. And they're very, very different decks, the whole 3 of them. So I'm trying to keep these, I want to try and get these videos for the month in 10 to 15 minutes max. So I'm just going to get on with it, right? So I used my own personal deck for you first and foremost. Let me just get rid of my phone, my Apple Watch off my arm because it keeps vibrating. I've turned it off, but anywho, just saying, keeping it really real. Okay, so the first card you got was you got to have faith, baby, right? Now, let me just give you the little sequence. Then it says live with passion. This is all from my own little deck. Manifesting abundance. And then find your sisterhood. Now, those 4 cards together as a story is telling me that you've really gone through this stage of you need faith within yourself as to what you need to change as far as your career goes or even starting a business, right? And when you do, you're going to obviously create, lots of abundance, because I feel like Aries in particular, they're really good in business, right? And you usually are someone that would be in leadership or management because naturally you've got that gift. You've just got the gift of the gab, right? But I feel like this big decision that's been going on in your life for quite some time, it's been doing your literal head in, literally. And so that's probably making you really exhausted, because that's what I felt before I come into the reading. And then the passion is you need to follow your passion. So maybe you're being drawn between 2 different choices, one being your passion and the second one being something that's really, really good money. So I don't know whether that makes sense or not, but it's like if I was reading you privately, I would say to you, well, we all know what we've got to follow, and that is our passion. Maybe money won't come as quick as you want it to, because maybe you're already in a really good job or a good leadership role. But I want to say to you, it will, because having the manifesting abundance card with it is telling me it's a bloody good decision. Now, I do feel also too with the sisterhood, which is like the team card, putting next to all the other cards, that this particular thing that is a positive, that is your purpose, it's with other people. So if it is a managerial or a leadership position, I would have to say that you'll be leading a team, obviously. That's why you're a manager or a leader. But if you were in business and you're going to do it sole trading, I don't feel like you'll do as well. So I feel like that other decision where there's people involved, where you've employed people or people are working underneath you as far as a manager role, will be brilliant for you. But you've been stuck in doing this because I feel like there's already money around you, and this position or this position and decision is your purpose. It's like something that you're really extremely passionate about, but it's taking a different step. So that's where it's making you tired and confused, and so forth. Right. The next set of cards we pulled from was from the Wisdom of Oracle deck. And again, I pulled 3 cards from that deck. And you got thinker, flexible, and not for you. So I feel like whatever's happening with you now with career or money, it hasn't been for you. Or maybe you're tired of it. You're over it. You want the change. You see the light just flash then? Seriously. Just behind me there. To me, that's like a sign. Yes, you need to listen to that, right? So it's not for you. Like it's maybe it was, but it's not anymore. And then the thinker, you've been doing a lot of thinking, which is creating you to be heavy, feel tired. But it's time to stop thinking. It's time to make decisions, okay? And then be that little bit more flexible with yourself. So don't be rigid as far as like maybe making the phone calls or maybe testing things out. I feel like if I had you in front of me, I would say to you, be that little bit more flexible in the decision you're about to make and see what happens, right? It's like you've just got to be pushed a little bit. I want to push you and nudge you and go for it and say, go for it. Okay, the next deck I chose from is called Connected and Free. So you got the Strength card. So you're gonna need to call on strength, right? You're gonna need to call on your own inner strength, your own inner guidance, the thing in you that's gonna step away from everyone else's opinions and everyone else's opinions and what they would do. This is about you. Even though Aries don't really listen to many people, like you're very strong-willed, you know what you want. But in this case, I feel like there's been a lot of indecisiveness. The base chakra is just telling me that there's a lot around security and with the reading with the cards all around it, there's a lot of security, financial stuff going on, foundational stuff. So it really is a time about you planting your seeds, right? And call upon your strength. Like you're a strong person. Like all Aries are strong people. You've got the gift of the gab, as I said at the beginning. You've definitely got the gift of the gab, but this is a time of change. It's a time of change. Now, if it don't happen this month in July, it's going to happen. I'm telling you now. And the next card you got was Octopus, which is intelligence. So you're a very smart little person. You've got like all these different little antennas or whatever they call them. I don't know what they call them. But the octopus has like, I think, eight tentacles. Is it tentacles? Maybe I've said it wrong. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But yeah, call upon your own intelligence. You're a smart person. Like, use your own intelligence with making these decisions, but just make the decisions. And I feel like you aren't making a decision fast this time. Maybe because it's such a big decision. But you know what? Jump in, have a go. You won't know until you try. And then lucky last for you, Aries, is the beautiful, I just pulled a flower card for you, is the orchid. And it says, reach for the stars, darling. Reach for the stars. So for me, again, if I'm going to wrap this whole reading up, you got to dive in. You got to make this decision. And I feel like it's a bloody good decision. It's a hard decision. Hasn't been an easy decision for you to make. But it is all around foundation, money, career. It's all around that. I really can't see anything else for you in the month of July. I really feel like it's a time of you making some big shifts with your foundations and your financials. Now I'm going to pull one more card. Let's see what we get from the little tea leaf deck, right? Just opened it up. So this is just a little, it's actually called, hang on a minute, it's called the Tea Leaf Fortune Cards. So don't take this on with the reading, but this is just like a little extra. Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Okay, so if I was to read that for the reading that I just gave you, I would have to say to you, maybe what you've been doing hasn't been you haven't been yourself. Like you've been really down and the anxiety's through the roof. I feel like that's really evident with what I've just said to you in the beginning, being so tired, because when our anxiety's through the roof, we are extremely tired. It really drains the hell out of us. And then maybe you are worrying about what this other person is going to say with this big decision, which is strange because Aries don't really worry about stuff like that. So this is interesting. So what I just got then is there's someone else that when you make this decision is going to be really affected by this. So maybe it's a close friend or a family member where you've got to do it, but unfortunately it's going to be leaving something else, and this person means a lot to you. Don't ask me what that means. Okay, I'm going to do one more card, one more card, one more card, and I am going to pull a little answer card. So if you have a question right now, just quickly think of one. And I'm going to do one angel answer card for you, Aries. Let's have that question. It's a year from now. Year from now. So I don't feel like that's the decision you're going to make a year from now. It's definitely going to be happening very fast now, because I feel like you're at your wit's end. You're like, I'm over it. I'm just going to make a decision. But a year from now, things are going to be a lot different for you. Yeah, that's what you got, Aries. I hope you love July. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment if you loved it and if it resonated. Bye.